I'm just going to show you 3 different citation methods that you could potentially use for story maps. Either one of these will work. Make sure to check with your teacher or your professor to see if they have a preference, and then also make sure to check with them on the type of citation method that they would also prefer. So the first option I'm going to show is you can just copy and paste your citations right into the pop-ups. If you want to show a direct link to the media content, make it really easy for readers, you can just copy and paste the citation right in there. It can be a really easy way for readers to find the link. The only thing about this method is it can get a little bit messy having a lot of extra text in these pop-ups. It can take up a lot of space and be a little confusing for readers, but this is a very easy way to do that. So that's option number 1. Number 2 is you can add a footnote or subscript to your story map to show a link to the citation. So right in here, I just added a little number 2, and if you click on more options, there's an option for subscript or superscript, and you can get the little footnote number in there. And then if you go to your citation session, just make sure to add that number in there so we can find the citation it matches. So that's another option, the option number 2 that you can use. And then number 3, you can just add citations, short inline citations, right in the pop-ups. So that's what I did right here in this story map. This can also be a good option. It doesn't take up much space. It's very nondescript, and readers can still find that. So here's our inline citation, and then if we go to our sources section, I just added those to the left side in the sources section of the story map. Whatever you want to add here is, there's no defined right or wrong way to do that. Whatever makes the most sense to you. Sometimes I will make a note if it's for an image or if it's for the cover image of the story map, just so readers can easily see it. But however works the best for you to make it the easiest to find those citations will work. So another thing I'm going to show is just how to add an attribution to an image in a story map. So we have our story map project, and I'm going to add this image of this tree. So I'm going to just click on that and grab the whole URL and add it right to the story map. So here's our image right here, and I want to add an attribution so somebody can click on a little icon and see a link, maybe a title, and then also a link to the license. A good site to get these from is Wikimedia Commons. A lot of these images are public domain or open use for projects, for education, maybe not for commercial, but for most of the time you can use these for whatever you need to. So we have this picture of this tree right here, and I'm going to just grab a little bit of the title. So I'm going to grab the section right here. We're a little bit limited character-wise and what we can put in these attributions. So there's an attribution section right here. You can hover over the top of the image, click on the options wheel, and then just paste your title in here and see how much space we have. So we can have a little character count. I'm actually going to delete this section right here, and then I'm going to add a link to the license. So in Wikimedia Commons, we can usually find this right down here. There's a link to the license type, and you can just select that whole thing, paste that in there, and then click save, and it'll give you a little icon that is a direct title and then link to the license. So that's one way you could do that. You can also just add a whole citation in there. That will also work. Just sometimes citations will run out of characters, so that's just something to keep in mind. If you want to add a link to the citation but you don't have enough space, sometimes that's when a short citation will work. So I frequently use, I'm going to grab this URL again, I frequently use Zoterobib, Zbib, to generate citations. Sometimes it struggles a little bit with Wikimedia Commons and you have to kind of tweak it a little bit in order to get it to work. Open a media viewer. So there we go. It's going to give us a bunch of this extra stuff, so I'm just going to copy kind of up to the title here. And that for sure will be too many characters for our attribution. So one thing I might recommend is go to the source citation section at the end. You can paste your citation in there and then maybe give it kind of a short name. So I might just call this, for demonstration's sake, Wikimedia Commons. And then there isn't really a date in here, so we're going to just do 2023 just to show how to set it up. Then if you select that, you can add this as an inline citation here. So that is a way to do that. Whatever works the best for your project. Sometimes it's a little bit of kind of adjustment and seeing what visually works the best, but it makes it very easy to create a link between the license or the citation directly to that image. You can also put it in the caption section. That will also work, but sometimes it takes up quite a bit of space if it's a very long citation. So there are 3 recommendations for using citation. Again, check with your professor or teacher to see what their preference, and good luck with your projects.